See, you thought this was over, but in the fight for liberty, it's never over. I lived my whole life as a hardcore conservative. I've never been red-pilled. This is where I naturally am. See, I come from a generational military family. We believe in service. It's not just a tagline. It's not just service over self. It's how we live. I was born on Royal Air Force Station, Upper Hastings.
Describes himself as a solutionary Republican candidate for Congress in New Hampshire's 1st District. He's a pro-life, pro-gun, and pro-Trump constitutional conservative seeking to break the grip of partisanship on Washington.
The only way we're actually going to fix anything is if average, everyday people run for office and propose real solutions and drop the political thuggery of my team versus your team.
The Marine Corps veteran says he wants to deliver his conservative message with kindness.
And I went into studying and protecting people as I did before. I ended up moving back home. I did DOD security on Pease Air National Guard Base. And right now, I run the Seacoast region of my family company. We run from the top tip of New Hampshire all the way down to West Springfield, Mass. And the worst part is, right now, in a company that has been expanding consistently over the past few years, we cannot find employees thanks to this administration. Now, all my positions on issues haven't been poll tested. They don't come from green papers that have been passed down to me from a campaign coordinator or the party. They come from real life. I stand for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That is what conservatism is conservation of the Constitution, the Republic, and life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and the inalienable rights of the individual. And we've gotten away from that. See, I actually operate on Reagan's rule of my 80% friend is not my 20% enemy. I truly believe that the average person in America is not really that different. We may have different backgrounds, different cultures, we may have different skin colors, but we all bleed red, white, and blue. And the reality is that we're all airing our grievances against the government, and they convinced us to take each other out rather than to hear our grievances. So it's time that we stand up. The best results we've gotten from elected people.
I believe that as a U.S. politician, your job is to focus on U.S. citizens.
The candidate is following in the footsteps of other diverse Granite State Republicans who've run for Congress in recent years. Acciard is an outspoken opponent of critical race theory. Unlike other GOP candidates, he says systemic racism is real, but he contends Democrats are responsible for it.
Systemic racism was actually built. It was a system of racist policies built by Woodrow Wilson, FDR, and every single Democrat since.
Hold the line for the next 2 years, and that we can actually put liberty back on the ticket in 2022, and we can bring liberty in 2024. We have 2 years to save the nation so that I can hand a better future to my children, because I refuse to be the last generation in which liberty exists in this country. The way we lost this country is death by 1,000 cuts. See, we left the cities and they took them over. We left the states and we took them over. We retreated behind our walls like the Greeks, and now the Trojans are coming in their Trojan horses, the education system. We're about to lose the next generation unless we get up and we get down on the ground. You need to run for your school board. You need to run for your town council. You need to run for your city council. You need to pound the pavement, knock a door, wave a sign, donate to a candidate. If you're not in the fight, you got to get in the fight right now, because it's almost over. We don't have any more time to waste.